please. When I first met Alsion, I said, Alison. I know some of you made that mistake.
Yep.
She was not pleased. And she showed it. I met her by virtue of my role as Minister of Education many years ago. And she was coming to Jamaica as part of a delegation. I believe it would have been some of her friends in the financial community who would come to Jamaica to play golf. But she would also use it as a philanthropic mission to provide computers and other learning aids to schools. And she wanted someone from the Jamaican government to receive these items officially. And she was doing it maybe for 2 or 3 years before. And invitations were offered before, I didn't come. And then I don't know why I decided to take up the invitation on this occasion, and I went and I met Alsion. And I was struck by Alsion because she was assertive, she was strong, and she knew what she was about. And so when I was going to prepare these remarks, I went on to ChatGPT. And I said, give me a word that would describe someone who is resourceful, who is strong, who is assertive, who understands diplomacy. And it came back, Alsion Roach. Today we gather in gratitude and deep respect to honor the extraordinary life and service of Consul General Alsion Wilson, Commander of the Order of Distinction of Jamaica. Now, we decided to accord Alsion this honor because she deserved it. And the decision was made several months before. And it's quite a big occasion in Jamaica to walk up and gracefully welcome the Governor General, receive your award. It's quite a process. But Alsion wasn't able to do it this time. I'm going to ask Senator the Honorable Kalina Johnson-Smith, our Minister of Foreign Affairs, to present the award. Honorable Congresswoman Yvette Clark, if you could join in that. Pastors, please forgive me for doing this in the ceremony. We will hand it over to Omar.
Hola.
Consul General Wilson was not content merely to occupy an office. She transformed it. She reimagined what a consulate could be. And through her vision, she elevated Jamaica's presence across New York and throughout the 33 states under her jurisdiction. Her work was defined by a rare combination of professional excellence and profound humanity. A blend that made her not only an outstanding public servant, but a beloved figure in the diaspora community. Throughout, Alsion could only be described as a good steward, a dependable servant of the people. Yes. But she excelled in moments of crisis, when leadership matters. I could tell you hundreds of stories, but I'll tell you one. A few months before a particular important event, I called upon Alsion to arrange a town hall meeting for me in New York. And it was quite short notice. And she arranged the meeting. When I arrived at the venue, it's a venue, I would say, twice the size of this lovely church hall. It's a lovely sanctuary. And I became nervous. I believe the word that is used today is anxious, anxiety. That the town hall would not be a success. That the attendance might be not what I had expected. And I called Alsion one side and I said, Alsion, why did you choose this large venue? And he said, Prime Minister, you must have faith in me. We arrived at the venue maybe 40 minutes before start time. 10 minutes to start time, the venue is half empty. So I called Alsion again. I said, Alsion, this is going to be a major embarrassment. He said, Prime Minister, I know what I'm doing. I will not let you down. And I believe that at that point, she too got a little bit nervous. And I saw her calling her staff, and she went on the phone, and I was getting really anxious now, suggesting to her that we should shift to a smaller venue, and she said, no, it's going to be fine. And she went on the phone, she made her calls. I don't know, she has a large contact list. And 20 minutes into the town hall, the venue was packed. And I'm certain it wasn't the last minute calls. The moral of the story is that Alsion put in the work. She put in the work. She is an example to all public servants and public officers. Alsion sacrificed to be in this position. She sacrificed a lot. And I'm here today to pay respect to her as a person, but I'm also here to pay respect to her sacrifice. I don't know what the psychology of service that may have driven her, but it was a yearning that she had. During the pandemic, I was a bit worried for her because she launched this thing called Consul General on the Beat, when one would expect that she would, take the precautions and stay in. But there were hundreds of Jamaicans stranded in New York without food and proper accommodations, and Alsion made it her duty to ensure that their needs were met. And I recall that she organized, when we opened the borders, a massive airlift with JetBlue to return Jamaicans who were stranded here. And during the pandemic in Jamaica, when we were all forced into remote learning, and our kids did not have tablets or computers, Alsion went on the phone and she bought hundreds of thousands of dollars of laptops and tablets for the kids in Jamaica, which we distributed. Now, I've never seen someone who was so skilled. By the way, you could just tell me when I've exceeded this. I've never seen someone who was excelled in the art of networking.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes, yes.
She was not afraid to pick up the phone and call even the highest office. And I'm sure she may have done that. And she made friends. And she didn't use that for her benefit. It was not about her agreement.
Right.
It was about leveraging her network for the benefit of people in need, and not just Jamaicans. She worked in the consular corps here. When she held the position of chairman, and she helped to organize hurricane relief for other Caribbean islands when they were impacted. And there were many other nationalities who had challenges and difficulties, and Alsion was the go-to person for assistance. She bore burden well. You would never know her struggles and her trials. She didn't want me to know. But I knew. But because I knew that she didn't want me to know, I didn't let her know that I knew. So we played this diplomatic game. And at some point, I had to be the one to say no. Because for her, the answer is always yes. And so I had to limit myself for what I would ask, because I knew if I asked, she would say yes, and I know that would be another incredible burden that I would be placing on her. She was a very smart lady.
Yes.
Very brilliant. And she knew a good deal. Well, put it this way, she knew how to make a good deal. And so we benefited from that skill in having a new consulate facility. Better service, better facility, lower cost. I think that's just a lesson to all public servants. She particularly loved the children of Jamaica. She always spoke about her upbringing in St. Catherine, school that she went to, and how difficult it was for her. And so she's always seeking to help the children of Jamaica. She had many scholarships that she sponsored both herself and through her various charities and foundations through which she worked. She returned the Jamaica Independence Gala to a position of prominence. She galvanized the community. And she managed to do all of this and still be a classy woman. So Alsion gave more than she took, and she fixed more than she broke.
Yes.
And so I know where her place is for people like her. God bless you.